Sorry to interrupt y'all's recording session, but they had this interview with Skinny Black on TV, and looked like he had one of these in his studio where he uses. So I thought I'd go out and buy you one. Y'all have fun.
The script, Hustle and Flow, came to me about, 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I read the first draft, and literally it was one of those experiences where you get chills as you're reading it. And I just, halfway through, I stopped. I called the agent. I said, I have to have it. I have to produce this. He said, have you finished it? I said, no, I'm about to. And that sounds very Hollywood, but it wasn't from lack of wanting to finish the script. It was because the scene construction, the vibe of the movie, the dialogue, the characters, everything was so rich and so finished.
Stephanie Elaine had called me and was telling me about this script that she had called Hustle and Flow. And she found this new filmmaker. His name was Craig Brewer, and she really wanted me to read the script. And she sent the script to me. And I actually was reading the script on a beach in Miami. And I read the script, and I just was floored over by it. And I called her up and said, wow, I want to help get this made. And I called up Craig from Florida to Memphis and said, man, it's like, I love your script. You know, I really want to be a part of this project, and I want to help you get it made. And that's where it went from there.
Hustle and Flow is about a hustler. You know, it's about a hustler who one day realizes that his days are not going to roll on forever, and it really begins to mess with him. And so he tries to get back to that place where he was when he was 13 years old and dreaming large. You know, he just wanted to be a rapper, wanted to spit some flow.
Craig is the local hero in Memphis. Everywhere you go to the Starbucks, you go to the bank, you go to the little liquor store in the corner, people know Craig Brewer. And they know him because of The Poor and Hungry, where he used all the city and all the inhabitants of the city in every location he could find and talk to people, and made a great movie, and the movie played for weeks and weeks and weeks in the local theater. And that type of acknowledgement of the city really made the city love him.
70, Williams out of control, a steal for Hardaway.
Oh, you don't want to showboat there now. You don't want to showboat it up.
Memphis is in the house, cruising by north side, left on Montgomery. I hit the chicken twice and then pass it to me. Yeah, Westwood in this motherfucker, yeah. Black Haven in this motherfucker, yeah. South Memphis in this motherfucker, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see the khaki covering your soul's right, and I can say, kill mine inside. Disrespect the city is the first fault. You respect Memphis now, but it's a dead thought. Back in the day, I was a quiet kid. Now I want it dead on live for some crazy shit I did. Breaking laws, you see, cracking jaws I hit. Your homicide, what? Man, your arms too quick. That's all I hear from my mother and my brother. I'm fucked up, really, my mind is in the dust. And if a motherfucker ever get me stabbed, Tech 9 automatic grits.
Break the law, break the law, break the law. Break the law, 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 break the law.
I just really felt like, you know, it didn't really talk about what the streets really about. how a nigga really be pimping, man, you know, cause, you know, we doing more Mackin than we doing pimping, so real talk, I just feel like it didn't really represent Memphis right.
I heard about it. It just didn't click in my head. You know, I was seeing how they have, the billboards like on the bus stops. You know, I was seeing Hustling Flow. I said, what's that, a new album finna come out? You know what I'm saying? Then I'm seeing down there coming soon to theaters. I said, ain't that Ludacris up down there? You know, and I was like, oh, this a movie. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna cop that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I got to looking at it, and I was saying, man, we don't never talk like they said we talk on now. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, if they wanted to get it, you know what I'm saying, do it, they should have had the real ones to do it.
Don't get me wrong, I ain't no hater. I like the movie because it was big in Memphis. Memphis need to goddamn, whatever motherfucker need to do, it need to be here. We need to have more boxing, all this shit here. But don't get me wrong, I like the movie, but I don't think they rep this shit right.
It was a little pimping going on, but not enough to make no move and talk about it. It should have been about some drug dealers shit that got out the game or got fucked up and got another chance to get in the game, you know what I'm saying? It would have been more like that. Everybody would have felt that more than just the pimping, you know what I'm saying? But niggas got their real money down here out them streets, man, out of goddamn that sack, you know what I'm saying? Not pimping and shit. No, I know a few niggas that did their thing pimping, but shit, it couldn't weigh up to them boys who were doing their thing with that other shit, you know what I'm saying? Initially, I was glad that the project was put together. I'm glad they came to Memphis and did a movie. Now, I like the movie, but it could have had a whole lot of improvement. Could have had a whole lot of things done better. You know, it could have been written better. They could have had a lot of local features from a lot of pioneers that, you know, blew up and we grew up on in Memphis. You know, it could have been a better situation.
It was what it was. They tried their best. They tried to capture. They really should have had Memphis people in it if they really want to make it authentic.
To be honest with you, I ain't just really get it. To be honest, I mean, not just completely had to watch it like 2 or 3 times to just really get what was going on.
I feel like if they did it in Memphis, they should have had some Memphis niggas. You know what I'm saying? They come out here with all these out-of-town cats. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they should have came with the real Memphis niggas. You know what I'm saying? They goddamn it hustle and flow. They don't even go. You know what I'm saying? With Memphis, hustle and flow. Goddamn it, you're rapping. Goddamn it, you're coming up. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no nigga about no pimping and shit, riding no car.
I feel like they didn't put enough work in the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? They didn't do enough investigation on Memphis, goddamn, how Memphis get down, you know what I'm saying? It's like some homo just came here and just assumed that's how Memphis was.
I really wanted with the hype everybody was making because I knew some people that was dealing with the movie firsthand. And it made motherfuckers look like we was from Alabama or some way they was talking, so. And, you know, by me doing underground, being part of Memphis Underground, I know that ain't how it really was.
Cool documentary of Memphis, but you know, every time somebody come down here and do something about Memphis, I believe they run into a lot of the wrong folks, you know what I'm saying? A lot of folks like music you heard wasn't just Memphis, you know, like they did Memphis, but they didn't do Memphis. You know, like some of the scenes, how they had it, it wasn't just Memphis, you know what I'm saying?
And when you see the film, it's a lot of Hollywood involved with it, you know what I'm talking about. You know, some parts you be like, okay, I can see this Memphis. Some parts you be like, it's just a little too Hollywood.
It didn't have shit to do with Memphis, you know what I'm talking about. It really didn't, you know. I'm sorry, my nigga, you know what I'm talking about, but they wasn't trill, my nigga.
Well, the movie, it was all right, you know what I'm saying, but I don't feel that you know, it really represented Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I think they could have dug a little deeper.
It was cool. You know, I kind of had a problem with, you know, a few ways they presented the town, as far as like, especially the way Terrence Howard was talking. You know, we don't talk like that. It was kind of real, like, almost hick kind of country, you know what I mean?
Man, trying to squeeze $1 out of a dime, and I ain't even got a cent, man.
I like the idea of the story. I like the fact that they were shooting the movie in Memphis. I like the fact that the movie was about Memphis. Hated the accents.
I liked it. I didn't really too much like the accent. I don't think we that country. I think it was kind of Mississippi-ish.
Oh, now I'm finna get real critical about that because that was not Memphis. We don't do that. We don't talk like that neither. That's Mississippi. We should have did a hustling flow in Mississippi, man. That ain't us, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hate, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't Memphis, you know what I'm saying? It was like an outside the point of view, you know what I'm saying? They didn't really have no inside from it. It'd have been better if somebody who just grew up listening to the music, you know what I'm saying? It would have said something better, but you know what I'm saying? Made it look real country, you know what I'm saying?
To me, I feel like if you're gonna be on the type of scale where you wanna rep the city, you gotta do it in the right way. If you wanna go just that country shit, you should have went down to Alabama and did some shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't get nothing out the movie. You know what I'm saying? It was just another throw together movie to me. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, I ain't see nothing on that movie that actually reminded me of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all, man. They did more down in Memphis than crown in Memphis. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, Terrence Howard, he a good actor, whatever, but, you know what I'm saying, the way he was just talking about, you know what I'm saying, that sound like some Alabama shit to me.
It sound like they was from Alabama, you know what I'm saying? A nigga don't talk like that. How we talking, how everybody talking to this camera, that's basically how every nigga in Memphis talk. Nigga don't talk like, I can't even talk like he was talking, so, you know, we don't talk like that, you know what I'm saying? We talk like how I'm talking to you right now.
D.
What?
They someone at the door for you.
Well, shit, baby, you know my rates.
I don't think he want no weed.
And then wake Nola's ass up.
I don't think he want that either.
Shit, man. We're gonna have to come up with some motherfucking rules in this house, man.
Well, if you just tell me not to answer the door, that'd be
I won't put a red
fine
light
with
bulb
me.
up there saying, I'm working
Gotta
sexy
get off the
shit.
couch every time somebody at
Time
the
I'm
door. It
fucking
ain't
working,
for me.
y'all coming bothering me.
Well, let's be honest. Everybody know that ain't how we talk, goddamn it. Shit, we can goddamn stop right there. Everybody know that ain't how we talk, so yeah, we got some country ass shit. I know you probably listen to me hearing some country ass shit, but it ain't that crucial, man. Like the folks probably had on overall or something. The scenes and all that shit, nah, I hated it. It could have been better, but see, I know they want to get the little hot part of the weather and humidity about Memphis, but it's better scenes than North Memphis, 7th Street.
It's a lot of more to Memphis. They could have shit Martin Luther King Park. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker don't know nothing about that. Motherfucker be racing. Motherfucker racing cars down here. We fighting pit bulls. All this shit, you know what I'm saying? Going on in your city, we doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas got these country motherfuckers on here like we ain't got no sense, you know what I'm saying? Memphis niggas, we really don't got no sense, but shit, we got sense enough to know not to talk like that, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Nigga on here talking about some mine. Nigga, we say other shit than mine, nigga. Nigga, we got a vocabulary, nigga. It might be slang, nigga, but it's a vocabulary. You can believe that, nigga.
The way the dude was talking, man, you know, that ain't really just how, you know, we Maine and, you know, we got our swag and, you know, we're a little country, but we ain't that damn country, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's, you know, mine and, you know, but, you know, I guess he tried to do his thing, you know, whatever, you know, but, you know, next time, you know, you might want to get some Memphis actors or somebody who, you know, really hung around, you know, a Memphian, you know, but, you know.
It looked like the movie was set back in the 70s, if you ask me.
I couldn't figure out if that was it now, was it in the past, was it 10 years ago, I ain't just really know. I couldn't tell you really, because they had some new up-to-date shit in there and then like some old-ass shit in there, so I just, I don't know. That was my first impression. I was like, I don't know.
Oh, they got us looking country as a motherfucker. We country, you know. Don't get me wrong, but we ain't that motherfucking country, you hear me? That ain't us. That is not us. Nigga riding that regular car, man. Nigga don't ride no shit like that around here, man. For real. Tell you. That shit, that's some bullshit. We do nigga want no motherfucking perm around here, we do things on a whole nother level, you hear me? You don't want no motherfucking perm around here, man. Tell you. Perms and shit, man. They could have upgraded it and, you know what I'm saying? Made it more up to date. Yeah, had it way more up to date. Now look, if y'all really wanted to get a Chevy, look, man. Now this right here, this a Chevy right here. Y'all really want to break the old school Chevys out, man, with the Pirellis and shit.
This is what y'all should have got. This how they hustle and flow in Memphis, man. Put that prime down shit up, man. This is what we do, man.
You're... Shit, man, I like it, man. It was pretty cool with me, you know what I'm saying? It reminded me of a few characteristics of some people that was in Memphis, dog.
I hope it don't damn one of these niggas want to remind him of really. For real. It don't remind. No, but then now you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could be I am one of them niggas. Skinny Pimp, Pretty Tony, I am one of them niggas. It could be either or. Cause I don't get down like this.
Bro, when I first saw that, first thing I said, hey, visual, that was Skinny Pimp.
Shit, first thing ain't jump in my mind was, you know what I'm saying, Skinny Pimp, you know what I'm saying? That's the only character I can think of, you know what I'm saying?
Memphis is the home of pimping, but the OGs, when you think back, you take it back, you got Skinny Pimp, one of the originators, of that whole little swag, that pimp, bringing that pimp style to the, rap scene, so, everybody from Memphis, that was the first thing, we thought about was Skinny Pimp.
Yeah, everybody know that Skinny, man. That Skinny Pimp, the legendary, Kingpin. Everybody know that's supposed to have been Skinny Pimp.
The only pimping I know that were trying to, they're rapping, like, it ain't number two. And really the one they really got to the mainstream like that I could think about was Skinny, Skinny Pimp.
It reminded everybody of Skinny Pimp, you know what I'm saying? Skinny Pimp, he one of the founders of the Memphis music crunk thing.
The only person I can think of is Skinny Pimp. As far as a pimp trying to rap or whatever, or doing rap, yeah, that's what come to mind.
Well, actually, it reminded me of Skinny Pimp, to be real with you, because Skinny was pimping back then.
See, where else would they get that from? You know what I mean? I just don't. I can't see where else would they come up with you know what I'm saying? That whole vibe of the movie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was Skinny Pimp. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard no other cat out here calling themselves pimps and MCs or rappers or whatever, but Skinny Pimps.
Ain't no pimps around here trying to be rappers. Only nigga I know that was pimping for real and rapping is Skinny Pimp. You see what I'm saying? Period. He the only person life like that for real. You see what I'm saying?
I don't just really know no pimps that, you know what I'm saying, that just really started rapping from her, you know what I'm saying? Besides, like my nigga said, Skinny Pimp, you know what I'm saying? And I don't just know that brother too good.
For sure, everybody knows Skinny, you know what I'm saying? I was a young nigga grew up on Skinny. Skinny was, you know what I'm saying, the nigga pimping and rapping out here, you know what I'm saying? Shit, the nigga, they try to make the nigga look like Skinny, you know what I'm saying?
Skinny Pimp bumping, you know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing bad to say about Skinny Pimp. You go outside of Memphis, oh man, y'all heard of Memphis? Yeah, we heard of Skinny Pimp. Skinny Pimp bumping like a motherfucker, that pimping the other. Hell yeah, we heard of Skinny Pimp. No, Skinny Pimp doing this thing. I believe Skinny Pimp gonna come back and bring some more music to Memphis, man. Cause Skinny Pimp, he a legend. He a true Memphis legend, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a legend, you know what I'm saying? That's who really doing this shit out here. Pimping and rapping and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So how they got their lifestyle off them.
Skinny, cool. Just last time I seen him, we was at the Southern Entertainment Award. He grabbed a couple of folks, man, this big tray, you know what I'm saying? He doing beats, man. Blase, putting it down like that. Real, man, love.
I
did a lot of work with Skinny Pimp. The very last record that I think that he released with Rap Hustlers. It was the TVs, and it was the one he did with Lil Wayne.
Do what you do. That's my dog, man. He's a real dude, man. And, I ain't got nothing but love for him. He's out there getting his grind on, hustling, doing his thing, Every time. I remember when he put a little studio up here in Fraser. You remember that, don't you? Up here at Overton Crossing, Fraser Boulevard. We go way back to even before that. So, yeah, man, he's always been out here in these streets hustling, trying to make it happen. In Hurt Village.
You ain't never heard of Skinny Pimp in the 90s, man. You ain't from Memphis. That's just real. Skinny put it down in the 90s, man.
Back then, like I said, Skinny Pimp was holding it down. Like everybody was jocking on Skinny Pimp. Everybody wanted to sound like Skinny Pimp, including myself at one point in time. I was trying to sound like Skinny Pimp. I mean, he was the shit.
When I came in, is when Skinny had just got his power. Skinny was already doing a little shit around the hood and Memphis anyway. a lot of the shit he was doing, especially with him and Squeaky.
DJ Zerk, he brought him to the house. Like we were like, it was like when we had the little rap scene going with the mixtape. It was like we were super crunk. Zerk was like, you know, Squeaky, man, I got this little homie, man, who be rapping out here in the north. And I was like, for real, he brought him over to the house. I think we did like one song or something, and like next week he was the shit or something. And like back then, see, I'm DJing. So if I'm playing it, it's the shit. You feel what I'm saying? I could say Skinny was the anxious, hungry rapper. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So that means you ready to work and you determined right now, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of nigga he is. Like, what you got, nigga? What's up? We finna do this shit, niggas finna go down, nigga, what's up? That nigga wasn't that. He wasn't them nigga. But see, it's cool to be around one of them niggas because it'll keep you motivated what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep you focused.
Silent night, there's no light. That's when I start creeping like a hit man. Scope my man, then I toss the dynamite. My fault, you got caught. Shouldn't have been a bystander. Bullet lead in the head. The niggas I got Anna with you.
We did a show at a car show. And my partner from Nashville named True, he met this dude named Trey that was filming a documentary. He called us and like, man, Trey, man, he said, dude, he got something to do with the movie they filming in Memphis, Hustle and Flow. I like, for real? So I'm thinking I'm going to meet the man who filming. I'm still not right now. It's like I still really don't know who's filming the movie yet, Hustle and Flow. So I'm like, man, okay, I'm finna go meet the dude now. So I shoot down there, thinking is this the dude? All the time he wasn't the dude that was shooting it. He was like a dude on the set shooting his movie while they shooting their movie. So I'm like, cool. Still, he had access to get us back there, so I'm back there chilling. And then they, this Skinny Pimp. All right, Skinny Pimp, I want you to do this and do that for my movie. So I'm like, cool. So I'm doing the little drops, talking, same old thing. So he ended up saying, man, come on, man, I can get you in the club, man, I can get you in the club. I'm like, cool, let's go in there, drop. And then I see all the little dancers that know me and all that, so I'm in there just chilling and stuff. And then he said, man, I want you to sit right here and do your interview. And I was sitting right here, I see all the little stars over there, like the lady from the Hoodies and somebody else was in there, John Singleton and like, so I'm in there just chilling, you know what I mean? They said, this I want you to say. I want you to sound Skinny Pimp, the real Skinny Black. For real? It's Capital. What's up? It's your boy Skinny Pimp, aka the real Skinny Black. You know what I'm saying? On the Hustle and Flow set. And we doing it live, baby. You know what I'm saying? Right inside the jump where they filming the movie. So stay up and keep it real. At the same time, I still didn't know. But I remember I had in my head, it's about a pimp who trying to be a rapper. So that's all I got in my head. So I'm like, Skinny Black. And then I'm like, yeah, it's Skinny from the real Skinny Black. After I said it on his jump, right? And I said, so that's his name, Skinny Black. That's why I hollered at Trey. Right. Trey was like, yeah. I said, hell no, that's his name for real. I was like, no, man, it just started coming to my head then. If I didn't know nothing about the concept of the movie and I was watching, I'd be like, and he copied my life story just by how it happened when he first came on. I couldn't wait, man. I had a bootleg, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cause them bootlegs hit the street with them jumps. I got one from them. I was like, let me see that jump. And I went and looked at that jump. And as soon as I played it, I seen that jump. He said, first I was studying, but when Eyes of Hay came on, he said, man, he said, Skinny, man, I know something about Skinny. And he said, man, I know Skinny. He just said no tank out the back of his trunk. It's South Wind. Well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, what neighborhood, but sending the CDs out the back of the trunk, that's how we all came up.
You've got to love someone that fights that hard to become something better. And everybody in the world can relate to losing sight of their dream and needing to grab it and regain focus on what's important in their life. And this film, Hustle and Flow, is just that. It's a hustle. It's a hustle.
With a character like DJ, who's essentially a pimp, and so much of his character is about talking people into doing what he wants. starting the movie off with a person who's all talk and then ending where he's all action is something that was very personal to me. It was something that I feel like I was going through myself.
I took Terrence down with Juicy J and 3-6 Mafia, and we took him into the studio, and we have footage of this. We took him in the studio to make a track because I said that I wasn't going to pay for the picture unless Terrence could be believable as a rapper. So we took him in the studio and we made a track called Pop It For Some Paper. And we made this, and Terrence, Terrence came in with his guitar. He wanted to play guitar and all this stuff. It's like, he wanted to sing. It's like, no, he wanted DJ to be a singer. And it's like, no, he's a rapper. You have to rap, and you have to just talk out the words. So we got him in there, and by the end of the night, Terrence's hair was everywhere and stuff, but we had this track, and it was miraculous. He sounded like a rapper, and he was DJ. And I think that for the course of us doing those tracks with 3-6 Mafia and Al Capone, they became, that was how Terrence basically became DJ, because he was in the studio, he was rapping, he was hanging out with these guys, he had other guys to watch and build his character off of, and that's how the character evolved.
And I listened to everybody from 50 Cent to Tupac, trying to find this man's particular flow, and I couldn't find it. And I'm down in Memphis, and I'm running around with 3-6 Mafia and these cats, Al Capone, and everyone's giving me advice. But Craig put me to the side. Craig Brewer, the director, the writer, the extraordinaire, the genius behind all of this. He put me to the side and he said, Terrence, you must trust what DJ has available to him, and it's all that he has is this gift of gab. So you use your voice and you pour everything you have into this. After the 20th take, finally, I allowed myself to trust the words.
You can't wear shoes to live my soul. You had to be barefoot about to do hurt feelings and projects. Well, we used to do everything. I spent mine selling rocks, smoking weed, getting toe up, our project Pimp down.
Now break it down for me. What's project?
Living in the project and going to the safe jump, dropping together at the safe jump, wait till they get out. And have to argue them at their money every time. Not all their money, but a portion. Because they always try to slip play you.
Well, we've got a problem initially because DJ loves all these girls with all his heart. He's not sleeping with any of them. He just loves them with everything that he has. They are his family. They are the only family that he has. And so ultimately, they are truly all hustling together. And you've got to appreciate that. You've got to love someone that fights that hard.
I knew that if I was going to do this movie, everybody was going to say, well, you need to get a rapper. Obviously, you need to get a big famous rapper. But what really frightened me is that I knew that we had to be very careful with DJ. That DJ had to be palpable. He had to be real, because we were kind of flying in the face of the stereotype. And for that, I think you needed a really good actor.
And the only reason I give you that right there is because...
And if you want a really good actor, then you get Terrence Howard.
This is, poor man soundproofing.
What's all this
We didn't have the luxury of having a 24 track or even a 16 track, recording studio. We had your bare bones, basic 8-track studio.
I ain't gonna even lie, man. I was watching the movie. I was really kind of feeling the movie. It was cool. It was straight. I think, man, when they got to that part, he was in the house, started making them beats, dog. And I started looking around the room in that house, dog. It made me feel like they was in my old house. It's like somebody described. I ain't saying my house was fucked up like that house was fucked up. That house was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying by the records and the posters all on the wall. Cause that's what my room used to look like when I was on Saratoga. You know what I'm saying? Now you're doing the mixtape. And then he had a drum shit, and I'm just looking at the shit.
See that house, that whole setup when they had the little fan and all that stuff and that squeak house all day. He used to have the old fan and he used to have the little mix board, and we used to be on that channel record. That was squeak all day.
My character in the film is Key. He's a man, he's a dreamer. I believe that that's what Both these characters are. Myself and DJ, Terrence Howard's character, you know, we're dreamers. You know, a lot of people would say this movie's about pimps and hoes. Okay, yeah, on the surface, yeah, but it goes much deeper than that.
They got a dude in here making beats. They got a white boy here playing keyboards, whatever the fuck he doing, and this dude in here rapping. That's like me, this white boy I know J-Dog who used to play music for, you know what I'm saying, and it's either Skinny or Al Capone playing the character.
I play Shelby, who's based on a guy named Shelby who lives in Memphis. He's a musician, and he's a friend of Craig Brewer, the director's. And he is a church musician. He plays the organ at Anthony Anderson Key, his character's church. And he's just a guy that knows a lot about hip hop. And it's funny though, because, you know, hip hop is viewed as like a predominantly black music, but in every town across America, there's one white kid with like the baggy clothes and the medallion on who just knows. And so he's that guy.
White dude is J-Dog on Selecto Hits, who played the keyboard. He played on my album, and he played on Squeaky stuff. He was like the nerdy white dude, come over and knock on your door, and you be looking like this. My partner though.
I can't remember all the things I played on and all the things I was a part of, and you know, there have been probably cases where I didn't even hear the lyrics that were put to it until later, because I'd just be at work on the track.
We spent 2 weeks before we shot those in the studio with Al Capone, and I was learning how to operate the MPC player so it looked real, and learning sort of the piano riffs and all that stuff. And it was pretty overwhelming because honestly, when we were shooting those music things, I had no idea what was going on.
I don't feel the character in the movie even comes close to being who I am, you know, and I didn't see the similarities at all. Of course, I haven't seen the entire film. I've seen portions thereof. This boy might resemble me in the sense that he's white and plays keyboards in the movie. Other than that, I don't think he resembles me in the least.
The first time I met Craig, it was over the phone. Alright, when I saw, this what happened, I went to Selecto Hits. I had this album called Back to the Players Ball. If you look at Hustle and Flow, you'll see dude on there trying to look like that tape cover. I'm like this right here on there. And that's the same way he tried to do on the Hustle and Flow cover. Alright, when I went to Selecto Hit, I seen this poster that had Pouring the Hunger on there. I was like, man, Blake, this look just like you, because it's a dude named Blake that work up there. He looked just like dude on that poster. Then I was like, man, who is this dude right here? And he was like, that's Craig Brewer, he a Memphis producer, movie producer. I was like, cool. I was like, man, you got his number? Because I already had my movie typed up anyway, half of it in my computer, like majority of it was in my computer. And I was like, man, I said, let me get his number, Jeff. And Jeff gave me his card. And it had Craig Brewer, BR2 something. It was this company, it was called BR2 or something. And it was soon, I couldn't wait to get to the house and call him. I was like, soon I got to the house, I was like, hey. I called him up, man, look, I got this movie, man, about my life story. I said, y'all talk about how Memphis rappers first started out. I said, y'all call it Kings of Memphis, and talk about how we all first started, how we used to go to the clubs and all the stuff we've been through. It was a lot. And I knew it was so much, and I knew no one could tell the story but me or somebody who was back then, like 211.
After I heard about people saying it, I would hear, it was ringing in my ear everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? People was like, man, y'all the real Hustle and Flow, man. I'm like, what these cats talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? Before the stuff started percolating, before I even knew, and then Skinny got in touch with me and called me and let me know what was up. And I was like, oh, yeah. I said, you sure right.
The first day that I met Skinny Pimp was on my set for Hustle.
John or somebody, I don't know if it was John, but somebody told me it was John. And me and Shorty P was out there, he said, come over to this next set, they shooting. It was like another scene they're gonna have.
They're coming to the Crystal Palace, and y'all gonna be in the movie. So you know, don't act the motherfucking fool, you know what I mean? And you go and get your head busted in, but y'all wanna be in the movie, you come to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just so everybody. It's just, you know, it's been a good experience. It's been hard, but it's been a good experience, you know, being here in Memphis, you know. Yeah. It's like the the real black city. You know what I mean?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Man, Memphis, the crunkest city, one of the crunkest cities in the nation, man. I've been everywhere and they ain't crunk like us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need to be the capital.
So we gone over there. It's like a big parking lot. So I go in the back with all the people, everybody in the trailers. Everybody in the trailers kicking it and shit. So I see Al Capone and he in his truck. He let me come in his truck. And then I seen Craig and I'm walking. I was looking at him. I just could tell that he was somebody. You know what I mean? The way he kept doing, talking and walking. The next time I seen him was at the movie shoot on Popular. But before I went to the one on Popular, we went to the one at King of Clubs. But I had heard through the streets that somebody from Memphis was filming a movie. And back then, the only person who was filming a movie in Memphis was either him, Craig Brewer, or whoever filmed that movie with Ice-T in it. But I knew Craig Brewer was the Memphis dude. He was like probably the first Memphis person to film a real movie in Memphis. I'm tired, even when he did the low budget movie.
I ain't just saying it might be a possibility or whatever, but man, the streets talking. The streets say that shit for real. The streets say that's what's up. The streets say, man, you know what I'm saying, that's that real shit that's going on.
I'm gonna tell you something else, man, you know, and I'm gonna say, you know, when I went and seen The Poor and the Hungry, the movie prior to Hustle and Flow, now I could have sworn I seen Skinny Pimp's name on that credit of The Poor and the Hungry. You know, and, you know, coincidence? I don't know, you know. So I don't know if the character just kind of popped up in Mr. Brewer's head or it just happened. But I know that when I went and seen The Poor and the Hungry, I could have sworn I seen Skinny Pimp's name on the credits on there. And that was the movie prior to Hustle and Flow. So, but it does appear to be a direct correlation in the character.
I could throw a stone in Orange Mound and hit a rapper that says that that's their life.
Well, I wouldn't say it's mine. I got a story for a motherfucker do a real junk, you know what I'm saying? I need a nigga to shoot a real junk. I got a real movie. I ain't about no hustling and flow. We got some real shit. I don't know what that was.
Nah, I don't know about all that now. You know, I don't know how true that is. Cause you know, I don't know. I know some pimps, but it ain't, you know, like a pimp on every corner. So I can, you know, definitely say, you know, shit, we can't have more pimps than hoes. You know, how's that economically ain't even viable.
Man, the only stones I knew through was, man, came out the tube off the stove. You know what I'm saying? That's the only stones I knew that through, you know what I'm saying? For us, if you throw a stone, you'll hit a pimp, man. You're gonna hit a junkie before you hit a pimp if you throw a stone, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be somebody just left that junkie, goddamn it, and did some real street shit with him, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't that many pimps out here. You got a lot of pimps, but you ain't finna throw rock and hit too many of them. Not no one borough, not no one hood, you know?
I'm sure it happens, but that was the first time I ever heard that.
Every rapper got a hustle, but it ain't pimping. It's a little bit of, might be some pimping, some dope selling going on, and maybe some goddamn robbing going on too, fucking with Memphis, you heard me?
I think it was kind of like a slick racist remark, you ask me, though. You know, it's still a lot of racism in this town, though, you know. But now anybody that's white, you know, they ain't, you know, they'll feel a nigga, they partner, you know, some kind of income or revenue coming in. But, you know, just to say that statement, he could have stated that a little better.
Well, I'm going to tell you that, Mr. Craig Brewer, fuck yeah. Because I think of this here. If you say Orange Mound, that means automatically you already thinking about me. I'm already on your motherfucking mind about that motherfucking situation. So I must be in the story. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, you could have said North Memphis, Frazier, South Memphis, any one of them motherfucking areas. But you just said Orange Mound, so shit, I guess if you think about it, really, man, it ain't no stories in Orange Mound. I'm the story. It's me, Ball and G, and Squeaky. That's the story right there in Orange Mound.
I don't know what the fuck you made me say this shit, dog. I wouldn't say no shit like that about no whole city. Man, you would get banned and barred out a whole motherfucking city, dog, saying some bullshit like that. Really, you don't know what the fuck nobody in Orange Mound, you don't know how they took that. They might took that to the head. Man, he might be a problem when he get back down here, anything.
That's some bullshit. This is his own opinion, man. You don't see him come through the motherfucking mound, do you? He can talk all that shit, but will he come through the mound?
No.
Alright.
Look at what? nigga, fuck that shit. Skinny Black is a guy that grew up in the same neighborhood as them, but the same day that he bumps into Skinny Black, bumps into Key, he realizes that there's a CD of Skinny Black. Skinny Black is now a multi-platinum artist. And wait a minute, when we were back in high school, I used to rap, he used to rap. I was better than him. I'm still driving this little Chevy, and this man, what does he have? Oh, he's got everything. How is it that he has all of this? So now Skinny Black is gonna come to town for one night, and DJ has one desire. I've gotta get my demo together first of all. I've got a week to get this demo together, and once I get it together, I haven't written a song, but once I get this demo together, I'm gonna give it to Skinny Black, and my life is gonna be straight if he's gonna listen. And if I can pimp $20 things out of the car, I can pimp this young man, Skinny Black, and everyone is buying this dream.
To me, to be honest with you, it feel like they just took a little bit from everybody and created a character. To be honest with you, like they took a little bit of this, a little of that, and just put it all in one, really. Like the slick name DJ, and then you got the pimp part, that's that Skinny Pimp, and then you got, you know, he had a whole lot of, like, they just collabed the nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Kind of close, isn't it? Kind of close, you know. What can I say? Skinny Black. Skinny Black, Skinny Pimp, Skinny Pimp, Skinny Black. Skinny something, ain't it?
Can't come to Memphis at all and say skinny nothing. You can say skinny whack, skinny jack, skinny mac, whatever you say, it gonna remind you of Skinny Pimp.
And Craig wanna say it like that, he could have just, cause we got two, you know what I'm saying, two people that really kind of jumped, I won't say jumped it off, but you know, took music, Memphis music to another level. Once, you know, we got in the CD era, you know what I'm saying, era, that was Gangsta Black, Skinny Pimp. So you got, what's his name, Skinny Black. I just feel he should have just came with a better name, you know what I'm saying? It's just like him coming with Juicy Paul. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, Paul, he didn't mess with Paul, and then Paul, I'm like, he talking about us, you know what I'm saying? A Project Infamous, you know what I'm saying? It's too, you know what I'm saying, like, Criminal Squeaky, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just don't squeaky man. Then they be like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Oh, real.
The only thing that I did was I took, like, you know, different rapper names, you know, and I really like Gangsta Black and Kingpin Skinny Pimp, who may not even be Skinny Pimp.
Actually, me looking at it, I felt Skinny was the rapper. The big dude was Squeaky, and goddamn it, the other dude was dude from Select of the distributor, J-Dog. That's me looking at it.
And I believe a lot of the ideas and everything probably did come from two dudes, but they start, you know, really 360 them didn't start nothing really jumping, really until Skinny Play a Ball CD when he was dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? So they got them kind of nationwide.
This whole thing is not no coincidence. How can a series of events fall in line to make this project a coincidence when you got the same shit over here, you know what I'm saying, that's been happening for years? This just ain't no coincidence. What this is a nigga come down here trying to make something, you know what I'm saying, and taking a nigga shit and don't want to give him credit for it. That's what this is. So you can say coincidence all you want, but I know in the streets know that that's bullshit.
I hadn't thought about that, but you know what though? I was around during the warehouse days when all of that stuff was going on too. So, you know, I was in the warehouse studios with him when all that stuff, when J-Dog was around, Capone, and when Squeaky was breaking, you know. I was there, you know, so I hadn't even thought about it like that, but now that you bring it up, you know, I can definitely see this, the similarities.
If you're gonna do something like that right there, why not give it the person who you portraying these actors to be, give them the chance, you know what I'm saying?
I feel in the way they was kind of talking about that cat, and then in the way kind of trying to be sarcastic with throwing in their face not to use them, and not to use no Memphis talent in the movie or on the soundtrack.
I collect Memphis music. You know, I'll sit down and, You know, you come up to my room and I'll play some Isaac Hayes. I'll bump over to, you know, Johnny Taylor and Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash. But in the same sitting, you know, I'll play you some Memphis rap, and that means 3 6 Mafia. That means 8 Ball MJG. That means Yo Gotti. Means Al Capone, and so I have a love for all of that music from that region. And when you start listening to it, you find that there's this common thread that happens from B.B. King to Al Capone, and that is there is this rawness to this. There is a rawness to their music that makes it unique.
Crunk it's harder, it's less commercial, it doesn't have a really produced sound. It sounds more, I think because I think it comes from a more honest place. Like if you listen to Crunk, it's not all about like, you know, I got $1 million in a da-da whatever, you know. It's not all that bragging rap that is out now. It's more about real stuff, and it's, you know, actually if you listen to Crunk, a lot of it sounds like country lyrics.
Memphis made fight music. And Crunk, you know what I'm saying? Memphis been doing it, man. We get booked down here, bro, for real. You know what I'm saying? Get booked. You know what I'm saying? 10 years, about 15, 16 years on that.
They making crunk music out of town because they talking about being crunk, about what a motherfucker want to do. We making fight music, what a motherfucker gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
We been stumping. Like they do that like ATL stumping. We been stumping. We been stumping since day one. I ain't dogging ATL. I love y'all, man. But you know what I'm saying? John, you know where it came from. A couple of them remixes you did. You did a remix for, who was that? That was T.I. song. I think it was Looking for the Chore. You know what I'm saying? It go all the way back, you know.
Atlanta, let me tell you something. Let me get this. Atlanta, stop stealing our shit, man. Y'all know y'all got this from Memphis. And that's real talk. So when we come down to the ATL throwing M's up and 2 fingers around, 3 down, South Memphis, North, understand that, man. We coming to take over, man. We want ours back.
The soundtrack, I just feel like, you know what I mean, they should have put down the real folks that were really putting it down back in the day. And it ain't no beef toward Atlanta, man. You know, they got some hot music, you know what I mean? We fuck with who fuck with us. So it ain't no beefing, man, you know what I mean? We street niggas.
I ain't trying to be no ass, and I'm just saying it was a Memphis movie, goddamn it, shit. Folks had like, what, 88% ATL tracks on that motherfucker. I'm just saying, Memphis had that. Memphis, if it was shit on T.I. movie, ATL, shit, I'm trying to think how many Memphis folks made this. I don't remember. I'm just saying, ain't no hate. I'm just saying, we ain't make that many cuts, goddamn it.
We kind of heard about it when it first started out. You know, didn't hear too much about it. As far as they were really trying to get a lot of artists, it was kind of seemed like it was a thing where they just kind of wanted certain artists.
Well, it was a few people were talking to me about it, but then at the same time, you know, me getting on the soundtrack, you know what I'm saying, I was with it, but then they never did go on and really contact me and give me more information on, you know what I'm saying, doing it, because, you know, I had to make sure everything was right, but, you know, yeah, I was contacted about it, but they didn't ever holler back at me, though.
One thing they should have did, you know, the Memphis movie, they should let Memphis do the soundtrack. You know, T.I. I ain't knocking him, but, you know, he from Atlanta. They do the trap. We on the track down here.
If you're going to do a soundtrack like it right there, then maybe you should have filmed the movie in Atlanta. And that's all I got to say on that note.
They should have had a lot of Memphis music in there, especially guys that's out doing their thing now. They be on the radio. You know, shouts out to all y'all guys. God, they coming to mind, you know what I'm saying? The niggas who represent the town, they be still around the town doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? They should have had a lot of them cats on there. And, you know, just shopped around and got some real, cause it, like, we underground artists, but we making our way to the forefront, but we got good fucking music. There's a lot of these niggas do, man. I think they should use a lot of Memphis music, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't know where all that other shit came from, you know what I'm saying?
The soundtrack, to me, should have been entirely Memphis artists. Should have been produced by Memphis artists. Should have been featured, all the features should have been Memphis artists. It was a Memphis movie. Hey, when they did Boys in the Hood, you know, I mean, they had a lot of, you know, old school music, you know, music and stuff like that, but this was more of a documentary movie to me. And they should have, you know, featured a lot of pioneers, like I said, in Memphis.
I think he should have opened it up more to the city, you know what I'm saying? Like they got a song on the movie, but it went on the soundtrack, you know. It was Atlanta dominated, you know what I'm saying? T.I., you know, they ain't shoot the video here. I ain't get a rep, man, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Memphis, it's gonna be all Memphis, you know what I'm saying?
These niggas shooting this shit in North Memphis. What the fuck, man? ATL niggas doing all over the soundtrack, got motherfucking videos and shit. You know what I'm saying? What's up? I'm just saying, what's up with that shit there? You know what I'm saying?
No, I wouldn't contact it, you know. I sent in music. I tried to contact people about the movie, and you know, but I guess they pretty much had it, you know, wrapped up or whoever they wanted to use for the soundtrack.
They should have came and got me. I'd have spit a hot 16 for him real quick, you know. I ain't even try to approach me. Didn't even try to even get in contact with Luciano, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool though, it's all great.
Yeah, nah, the phone didn't hit me up. I would have been on that motherfucker.
Big ups to Nardo, that's my nigga, that's my homeboy right there. You know what I'm saying? Al Capone, I fuck with them folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they got that chance to do that. But I think, you know what I'm saying, they should have put, you know, more Memphis people on there, you know, on the soundtrack to represent, you know, what Memphis really is on the movie. You know what I'm saying? I feel that would have been a big part of making the movie, you know, more Memphis.
No, I wouldn't contact it, and you know, I think they put up this nice little front about, you know, send your music into the radio station. We're gonna listen to all these tons of CDs that we get, and you know, we're gonna give everybody a shot. But I think it was already, you know, predisposition prior to, you know what I'm saying? That was to make everybody feel included. You know, they did their thing. That was a PR effort.
I wasn't contacted. I would have loved to have been on it though, you know, but just didn't get contacted. I submitted some stuff, you know, but I don't know if it ever got to anybody of any importance. Only kind of contact I had with that, with the movie was John Singleton himself got a hold of an album of one of my artists that at the time that I had put out, Mac E, and we were talking back and forth, and they were wanting to use some of the music, but it never came about.
I was mad about that too, but you know, John Singleton came through or whatever. He hollered at me. I don't know what he was gonna do, man. I sent him some songs or whatever. It didn't make it, but you know, it's me, man. I'm still hot. I make some more soundtracks, you hear me?
The soundtrack was cool, but remember I told you, it's a lot of stuff that if they just got down into the real like Memphis music, it would have been better. You know, a lot of controversy. Somebody, you know, on that movie, you want me to just tell you everything, right? You know, it's a song called "Whip That Trick," right? And even on her, I got "Whip That." It's 2003, last one. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that right there, see what I'm talking about? I did that song, "Whip That Bitch," and Hurt the Hoe. That was like in 2003, and my radio version of the song was "Whip That Trick," right? But by a lot of DJs not liking me, my arrogance or whatever, you know, and maybe because I had a couple of their females, you know what I mean? They hated on me with a stick of my ass, you know what I'm saying? Really like kissing my ass, you know what I'm saying? So when I called in and want to put "Whip That Trick," because real song "Whip That Bitch" we can't put on the radio, they didn't play it. But and then they even mentioned it in the movie. They even like, so we say "Whip That Bitch," everybody think you talk about the females. You know what I mean? When they was in the studio on the part, you know what I'm saying?
It's just that we want radio play, right? And man, you got a song called "Beat That Bitch." They might hear that and think that's the grade.
Yeah, but that's if you're calling a woman a bitch. This sounds like a tearing the club up song.
Hey, man, I ain't trying to call no hoe no bitch.
It's like they would aggravate me because my song "With That Bitch," but everybody in Memphis know, we don't, when we say bitch, we just don't just think of women. Men and niggas, we call each other bitches and hoes in Memphis, you know what I mean? So my song was just talking about beating up no female bitch, like nigga, you know what I'm saying? See, before it even came to me, someone came to me and said, look, cool, they got "Whip That Bitch," you know what I'm saying, and such, but they say "Whip That Trick." But I'm like, damn, I thought about it. And I ain't want to press the issue, you know, DJ Just Born, a lot of people like that come to me. But I said, damn, that's kind of crazy because in order for me to put "Whip That Bitch" on the radio, to make commercial, gonna have to be "Whip That Trick," and that's what I had.
I felt like maybe they definitely probably tried to get in contact with me, but I also feel like the past couple years, not 06, 05, 04, I was getting like a lot of, you know what I'm saying, railroad block things going on and shit from certain people or whatever, but maybe they tried to get in contact with me and couldn't, so I don't really look at it as that. I definitely would have loved to play a part of it, and hopefully I'll be featured or playing some part of the soundtrack in the next Memphis film.
You would even think that Jazzy Faye would have been on it.
We ran to what's his name? Was it Craig? Craig Brewer. We ran to him down at he was down at Nico's studio, Cotton Road one day. You know, we ran to him down there. You know, he had heard of us and everything. He said he was gonna come speak to us and everything. So we talked to him one day and said they were working on the soundtrack, and you know, pretty much where everybody tell you, hey, you know, we're gonna get you some clips in the movie and all this old kind of stuff. Pretty much what everybody tell you, but you know, you can't go out there, you know.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about it. There was no figures. It was just, you know, just a concept he had at the time. He wanted to do this, that, and the other. So he was gonna get back with us, but never heard anything. Also, Cruiser Selecto had passed along the CD, I believe, to John Singleton, and he's supposed to be getting in contact with us, and that never materialized out of it.
I had got a call, guy trying to get some track from me doing it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, that's cool, man, I'll do it. See, the price he came to me with it, I was like, dawg, I know you movie dude, you probably don't know nothing about me that much. But I'm that nigga, and you ain't finna give me no $250 for no track.
They want a hi-hat, and that was it.
Hi-hat. I bet you they ain't, I would Paul them no $250. When you talk $250, nigga, I ain't even listen to you no more. Your conversation pretty dead to me on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I think they just did, man. They went around, I ain't trying to diss nobody, but they just went around Memphis trying to find somebody they can afford on a more cheaper price so they get the movie done. But I really felt like they still fucking us because you came out here with that little bit of money, man, and not trying to help us grow. You just came trying to get you some so you can go somewhere and make some $9 million. You know what I'm saying? Show some love, dog. If you want something big to happen, you gotta spend something to make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? But shit, that's what he did.
Al Capone contacted me to mix the songs for the soundtrack for John Singleton. And they were My Life, which was Terrence Howard, the Hard Out Here for a Pimp, which was Terrence Howard, Nasty Nardo, Let's Get a Room, and the Al Capone. Of course, one song was some kind of way that the credits got lost of it. Don't know how it happened, but it just so happened to be the Oscar-winning song, so I'll leave it right there.
Give it to the sea, baby. Yeah, here we go. You know what's hard out here for a pimp. He's trying to get his money for the rent. For the Cadillac, the gas money spent. Cause a whole lot of witches jumping shit.
It's been another great day for the 3-6 Mafia group as city leaders thank them for the way they've represented their hometown.
Whoever think 3-6 Mafia be getting the key to the city, a note on Bill Share, man, it's unbelievable right now.
I've never been a man that could wear an Oscar cap.
It's a very proud day for myself, I must say, because I've been such a fan of these guys for so long.
It's a lot of stuff that y'all don't know about that happened between Squeaky and Paul and Ball and all them. You know, just a lot of shit that was going on that a lot of people just really don't know about. And we know about it because we the streets. So until you show me the real movie, I feel like you disrespected Memphis.
Being that I'm from Memphis, I live in Memphis. I'm 3 blocks away from Stax, where the original Shaft was, you know, I mean, where Isaac Hayes laid down all his music. We have a history of hustlers, of swindlers, of complicated characters trying to make music by any means.
I ain't from that part of town, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Westwood. I know I ain't seen them down there, you know what I'm saying? Most white folks down there either work at Walgreens or they're a junkie or the police. So I ain't never seen him in Westwood. I ain't saying he might have grew up, you know, 3 blocks from Stax in Midtown. So shit, you by the police station. White folks ain't got nothing to worry about in the bad part of town, man. Cause niggas gonna think they the police anyway. So yeah, he could have grew up in Lamar Terrace or something that don't mean shit.
So okay, come on, man. We in the hood, people all in the M know that's a motherfucking lie. What do you know about hustling? You ain't ever hustled no damn thing in your life. You ain't ever pimp shit in your life. That's just bullshit.
I believe they say Craig got some folks. I believe Craig really from California somewhere. He got folks, you know, might was a summer vacation spot for them down here or whatever. But I don't know, you know, I applaud them on trying to come down here, but next time do your research, dig and look, get in debt with it, you know what I'm saying?
Craig Brewer's full of shit, man, making that punk ass movie, man. It was a good movie, right? We got the accreditation. I'm happy for that. It was good. It was good for the town, but it wasn't authentic. If you really want to talk about Memphis Underground in the 90s, 80s, late 80s, come on, dog.
Really, that made it seem like a downgrade, like a nigga was trying to degrade Memphis and talk down on Memphis. Niggas, like, we country, nigga don't get money. You seen how the nigga was broken shit in the movie. Like, it's not possible for a Memphis nigga to get money. I ain't feel that at all, you know what I'm saying?
The way they had that country shit going on, that ain't this. Niggas don't do, niggas, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like there, you know what I'm saying? We street grinding niggas, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Some niggas got good hearts, some niggas just with the shit, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna make a move about a nigga that's good hearted and with the shit, nigga, come here and get the real facts, man, before you go putting a movie together. Matter of fact, if you gonna put a movie together like that, get some niggas from here who can really tell you about this shit.
They need to start giving us our motherfucking problem, man. Cut that bullshit. Quit coming out to Memphis, that little bit of that money for these projects. And y'all go to Atlanta, nigga, New York, California, nigga, y'all gotta break that sack out. You start breaking that sack out, y'all come to Memphis. Cause I ain't gonna give you no beef for no 250. You can keep it. I'm spending 250 on Dro. Atlanta nigga, they be on their hustle, they on their grind, they do their thing, man. I ain't hating them shine, my niggas shine. But man, we some niggas up in this city, dog. We been grinding just the same, just as hard. You know what I'm saying? We deserve the same motherfucking shit, even better.
They could've got us a play. We could've played it all the way to the T, to the bone.
Shit, you should've had me come through that journey, find that pistol in there. Get your real Memphis scene, know what I mean, man?
There's a lot of talent out here, man, and I just feel like, man, hustle and flow didn't come to the hood, man. They went on the outskirts, man. That ain't the hood, dog.
It is what it is, dog. It just ain't no movie that really show how Memphis really is. It ain't really like that. It's more than just one motherfucker that's bumping and one motherfucker that's made it out the city. But now niggas that make it out the city act like they ain't from the city. So that's how a lot of people couldn't relate to the motherfucking movie, because that's really how it is down here. There ain't really too many motherfuckers that gonna try to really spotlight the city like it should be.
Before I do my thing, put my mouth to this mic, I want to bless it with a kiss from my primary investor, right?
First of all, come on, baby. A real nigga, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna have a white bitch as his main bitch. That's just me personally, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, girl.
I'm gonna have this bitch out here, you know what I'm saying, getting it all to me, you know what I'm saying? Go out here, bring everything back to me, you know what I'm saying? The best thing this man got the bitch to do, was get a motherfucking microphone. You hear me? Where the fuck was the hoe bringing in the bread, nigga? I can go get a bitch right now and go get me a microphone. Fuck you me. Nigga, microphone ain't shit, nigga.
Ain't shit else happened to the M. After hustling for what you heard? Nothing. Ain't nobody else came up. Ain't nobody else got no deal. You don't hear nobody else shit in the club.
I don't think you're gonna hear nothing like that. I just think people got to just ride this little Oscar thing out and just try to, you know, run to somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's like, oh, you from Memphis? Yeah, I'm from Memphis. Oh, that's what them dudes won an Oscar from. So, you know, that might help some niggas out.
I mean, some niggas caught some deal, but that movie probably ain't just play a whole lot of part in. I mean, he made a motherfucker look, but you still gotta be bumping. You still gotta have your shit together, goddamn it, to get signed.
I'm glad, you know, 3-6 got the Oscar. I'm proud of him. I'm glad it was artists from Memphis. You know, I'm glad, you know, there were a few features in the movie from a few artists. Could have been more.
Man, even if it be a sequel to this joint, I ain't gonna even lie, even if it be a sequel to this movie, I bet you don't come back out here with no more money. They ain't finna spend on shit. They ain't gonna fuck with the real nigga. They gonna do some more cheap ass shit. Bullshit everybody, get on down. Go pick up another 100 million, that's it. And we still ain't gonna get the soundtrack. They still gonna bullshit us. Watch, I bet you.
That's Hollywood for you know what I'm saying? Me, I ain't Hollywood. I'm some more shit.
There should be a sequel, but there should be more thought into the writing of it,
the creativity, the production and stuff like that. There should be more influence put in there. They should ask a few more questions, a lot of questions from a lot of pre-existing artists and artists of today that actually went through that era as a pimp/rapper, hustler/rapper.
I don't see how I can be a part 2 to that movie, because part 1 really wasn't nothing to make a part 2 for. So, I mean, what they gonna call it, Hustle and Flow 2? Or Hustle and Flow Part 2, the We On Now, Fuck the Rest of the City Chronicles or something?
If you come back to Memphis and you don't get me, hey, I'm against you. But still, I hustle and I flow.
That's how some white people really do see black folk pimping the horn. Not in no good way, like we'll benefit from it, but you know, we getting a stereotype, you know what I'm saying? So that move was a weak ass stereotype for this city, man, because this shit just looked like Sugar Ditch or something. This city itself, whether it's music or whatever, just black history. Everything happened in Memphis.
Indian
you know,
reservations,
everything happened in Memphis,
everything.
Man. Dr. King, you know,
Elvis kicked the boogie.
You know what I'm saying?
You
know what I'm saying? They glamorized this motherfucker. You know, and he was a drug addict, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, straight up though, when you really just do your history about this redneck, you know what I'm saying? He really was a fucking cracker. You know what I'm saying? That took dope and like the fuck his black maids and shit. Man, I'm just gonna be for real, man. Fuck the underground shit for a minute. You know what I'm saying? There's some real Jim Crow shit down here, man. Motherfuckers really think that racism over with, man. I'm talking about this ain't got nothing to do with what crew beefing with what crew. Man, when it comes to that, we really gotta stick together, man.
When this film hit out of town and everything like that, man, don't think that Memphis is just like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Run down looking and shit, straight ghetto and hood, everywhere you look, man. I mean, we got hoods all over Memphis. Don't get me wrong on that, but shit, you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than that, man. We got plenty of shit, you know what I'm saying? It's way more shit of Memphis that they could have showed y'all that y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying?
But everybody know it's faulty, man. Everybody know it was some bullshit to that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I say, we just gotta push forward, man, you know what I'm saying? And put our shit on the map, all the way on the map, you know what I'm saying? That's what we about right now. It's not about Craig Brewer or nobody else that had something to do with this movie, because now we see how people coming to our city stealing bits and pieces and running off and putting something else together, you know what I'm saying? We can't allow that. We gotta do this on our own.
Memphis love down here, you know what I'm saying? All y'all niggas, you know, with your head down, keep them up, you know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do and what you can do. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna hit that mic, man, make sure it's your best when you hit that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
You should just find something to rap about, how to sell yourself, and try to be in it for the long term to get awards, not just bitches and money, you know what I'm talking about? Because that's gonna come anyway. It ain't all about the fame and all that, man. You gotta be in it like you actually love the sounds and the music, you know what I'm saying? And all that, and stop trying to trade niggas out and all that, because you're gonna come across all that. Take it from me.
Be self-sufficient, you know. Get it to the point to where you're completely independent. The less you have to ask people for things, the more they're gonna want to give them to you. You know, so, you know, my thing is, like, again, you know, we got studios, we got the pressing plants, you know, we got the producers. You know, we're as self-sufficient as one can get. And all we do is right now, you know, we put our stuff together and we get out here and hustle. We get out here and sell our CDs wherever we can sell them.
Stay like him, a dog. Get hungry. Stay hungry. Keep your tongue out. Work.
Man, it's more than the music. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just man, we try to look beyond the music, man. This shit here. Too mmany examples of the breakup.
Continue to grind, continue to hustle. You know, push your product, get heard. Go out there on the scene on scene of these movie slots, man, and say, hey, you know, I'm influential. You know, I'm instrumental in what's going on in Memphis. I should be heard. I got a story. You know, add your input.
But you got to get out of Memphis and promote. You got to get in the streets, man. You got to take your last $250 and take that $5,000 trip to Miami, knowing you only got $250. Even if you run out of gas, man. It was about, you know what I'm saying? Sleeping in Motel 6, 7 niggas on 2 beds. $50 for food. Same 99 cents double stack from Wendy's, you know what I'm saying? 7 years, did that 7 years before a nigga made mixtapes and shit out the trunk. Busting heads, trains, all that kind of devil shit, all that kind of shit. But it made it though, 7 years later, you know what I'm saying? Keep it up, keep the haters and the busters out though, you know what I'm talking about? Be real with yourself.
I'm loving Memphis, man, and we're gonna really put it down, man. Underground what really popped it off, and we ain't dissing nobody, so I wanna get that totally straight, dog. We not dissing nobody. You heard one of mine, I heard one of yours, but this shit real, man. It really go down in the M-Town, dog, and not like on no hustle, no flow.
I think though Memphis got so much more talent. You know, I just want to see other artists with other styles and even genres, you know what I'm saying, to keep working hard so that the city can, you know, everybody talk about taking it back to Stacks, but, you know, it's all represented one way. So, you know, in order for it to go back to Stacks, everybody got to have their own identities and their own sounds and topics of songs and whatever. So I kind of want to see it go that direction. Where as a whole, you know what I mean, it goes back to music.
Stay true and stay humble to your craft, you know. Don't let anybody take the God-given talent that you have away from you. Keep God first and always, you know, try to be creative and not follow the same patterns as some of your peers or whatnot, and it'll take you a long way. Guarantee you'll reach the top.
They like the devil, they gonna laugh, you know what I mean? But, you know, I keep God first, so I know something gonna go right. As long as you keep God first, you don't have to worry about the devil. But every time you forget about keeping God first, that's when they say like it get worse. You know what I mean? So I just feel like everybody needs to know about this. Everybody. Because when it just getting played in Memphis and just in certain areas, I feel like it's still, them haters gonna try to get out there and take their little story nationwide if I don't beat them to the punchline. You know what I mean? Man, dude, them a hater, that Craig dude, for doing that, that's a hater move. And he got with some more haters to find out little shit on their side of the story. And it's like a circle. If you ain't in that circle, then you gonna get shitted on.
How you feel about him personally? Like as a person?
I don't even know him as a person to feel nothing for him. And right now he ain't got no good feelings because he try to treat me like a groupie. You know what I'm saying? Trying to have me in the line while all the motherfuckers trying to do background and shit. We should just snatch me on up. Nigga, I'm a legend. You know what I mean?
They hang in the hood where they ride clean, singing like a bumblebee with my 45 TLOCK. Hey, make me click quick, don't make a move trick. Trick or treat, give me the cheese, ho. Now my pockets fat with turnip greens that I make. Every trick that I break, they got treated the same way. Always dark, never day. I spray your ass for what you got, it's hard to get. So I hit the park on a sunny day, scoping as I celebrate. Give me some family trick, kicking in the dough. We making lemons, hit the flow for keys. We scope. My pretty boy smile on joke. In the dough, we making lemons, hit the flow for weed. Let the chrome hit his dome, book 'em till I see some foam. Niggas be on them booming tracks, night and day, serving cones. Just the way we shake it once again, ho, you know it's on. Trick or treat, I'm coming to your home, sweet home. Trick or treat, I'm going on a trick or treat. Singing like a bumblebee, lemons hit the flow for keys.